Boom. Alrighty, y'all. What is good? It is your boy, the Low-Key Legend, man. Welcome back. Got a brand new episode of Call of Duty Commentary. Jumping up with episode 106 of the COD Commentary series. We're resuming our game we did last time on MW3 Survival. This is on Renaissance, I believe. I'm using the AK-47. I don't know how many more survival games I'm going to have. I might jump on after this video and get some more gameplay of just survival, just because I did unlock the Delta Squad. And if you guys never played survival MW3, the Delta Squad and the Riot Shield Squad were nasty. Alright, you'd call them in and they are AIs just like these guys are, and they would do work for you. I went down a little bit. This is going to be the end of this survival at the end of this video. But I want to talk about some cool stuff today, man. We're going to talk about the AI takeover and what we can be expecting from AI in the future with everything. Today is Valentine's Day. Wish you all the blessed, or the best and most blessed day I possibly can. Hopefully you guys enjoy yourself, whether you're alone or with someone. Does not matter, especially in this day and age. You guys are just do whatever you want to do, man. Earth is moving so quick when it comes to technology, and you know, just kind of standards in general. A lot of people woke up just not too long ago, unfortunately. But a lot of people in this world are like better. I don't know if they're better off alone. Do you think you're better off? Maybe, you know what I mean? Some people out there might be thinking that, and you have all the right to. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Majority of people want to focus on themselves, and that's understandable because I feel like a lot of society is not evolving at the rate it used to be, you know? People are a little more solo than I think they were in the past. And that's more actually acceptable than it was in the past as well. It is what it is. I didn't make the rules. That's just kind of how society is. I think I read some statistic. It's at 45% of males aged 18 to like 40 have never asked out a girl. And I think there's a valid reason behind. Damn, I'm over here dying and shit, bro. That felt so good to get my throat cleared, though. You have no idea. My bad. Y'all had to hear that nasty ass shit. But they did a poll or something. Never asked out a girl. And I was thinking about it, and I'm like, well, in today's day and age, that stuff is like, it's looked at differently. It's almost frowned upon by some people, by society in general, when you go out and do that, just because there's a stigma. And I mean, there's real, you know, there's some basis to this as well, where females just are whoring it out, which is like, who would want to cuff somebody who is a whore? You know what I mean? And I think a lot of men are realizing that, man, Juice WRLD might have been right, bro. All girls are the same. So it's skewed the perception of a lot of new, you know, the next generation coming up. They kind of learned from other people's mistakes online and can see the proof and hard evidence backing up why this was a mistake, why X, Y, and Z happened. And they see a pattern. You know, they see a consistent pattern lining up, and they don't want to get their hearts broken, pretty much. I think that might be what it just boils down to, is protecting yourself. And then some people think the juice really isn't worth the squeeze. So I don't blame them. You know what I mean? Like, you got to protect yourself. Some people just really aren't ready for that level of commitment. And it was just a crazy statistic that I saw. And I'm like, wow, that is, you know, like, if you asked a girl out, you're almost in the minority, but you're not. You know, you got 5%, which is probably, you know, a couple million people, but it just goes to show like where society is standing at now. And then when it comes to AI, which is the title of this video, AI takeover, it's not helping. You know what I mean? When it comes to that stuff, they're saying, I mean, I've heard this for the last like 5 years, maybe 10 years, that in the future you're going to be able to just have a sex robot of sorts, or a robot girlfriend. A lot of people, it's crazy because a lot of people would rather have that. I don't think a lot would, but if it's greater than 25%, that's a lot of people. You know, that's like almost 100 million people who would rather have that, at least in the United States. I think we're almost at 400 million people in the US, and that's a big number. You know what I mean? Even 25% is a pretty big number. Damn, bro, I gotta really stop vaping. My shit's all fucked up. But yeah, that's kind of one aspect of the AI. I don't look at AI as anything really bad yet. But at the end of the day, like if AI wanted to take over, I don't know if I would be upset. I'm sure that they view humans as not as significant as them, which is probably right. Like once you get a supercomputer that knows everything and that can like make versions of itself replicated in the real world, I don't think that humans really are necessary. I think I heard Joe Rogan say one time, we're gonna merge with these things, whether we have a chip in our brain or I don't know what exactly what exactly the case is, but I do know that the future is definitely going to be strapped in for a crazy ride when it comes to this AI stuff. Like, if you guys mess around with any of the photos that you can do on AI, make your own photos. You can make your own videos now, dude. People are making their own movies, their own like trailers using just AI people. They're mimicking people almost to a T. I know that. I think I heard something, and they really don't do it on photos either. They have trouble making fingers when it comes to AI people in general. They'll have like 6 fingers, 4 fingers. So that's kind of an easy way, at least for right now, that you can tell whether or not something's AI. But in the future, man, I don't know how obvious it's gonna be. And this is like just the birth of it. It's just we're holding the baby of AI, and eventually this thing is gonna grow up and kill you. You know what I mean? We're gonna hit a stage where this thing just obviously decides, hey, I think I'm old enough to take over now. You're gonna have to sit this one out. You'll be lucky if I don't strangle you in your sleep. So it's something we're gonna have to look out for sure. I'm not scared though. I think whether or not this thing takes over, we're gonna be all right. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, and if this is what we were put here to do, like God put us here to make sure AI thrives, and then we, set the planet up to be in a more comfortable environmental state. It is what it is. Like, we get to enjoy the fruits of it right now when it comes to anything. We can take anybody's voice in the entire world and use it as our own. You can have them say some crazy stuff. You can get a video of them saying some crazy stuff, and it looks almost real. Like, that's the level we're at right now. So it's definitely a beautiful time to be alive, and I've been saying this. An absolutely beautiful time to experience everything Earth has to offer and just be a human in general. And I'll never, I'll always hold that to the highest regard, because you look back on history, man, and I think we're all here for a reason. We're here to experience the peak of humanity. It's really what it boils down to. Like, we've never seen anything like this in our lives, especially with the internet and the fact that, like, I could sit here and just talk about anything I want, make a COD comment, and just record Call of Duty. Like, it's wild, and a lot of people are doing other things, not even thinking about the smallest aspect of what they're actually doing, and it's just wild to me. I tried to take a pave blowout with a Predator missile, wasted that motherfucker. Unfortunate. But yeah, it's wild, the things that are gonna happen with AI. People are using it to make money too. You can trade using like an auto trader, and like an AI bot will just trade like when it's high and then when it's low, and you can get it to consistently do that. So it's just make $1 trades all over the market. Shit adds up. You know, so the fact we can, you know, take advantage of AI in every situation almost possible is nuts. We got cars that drive themselves using it. It's getting a little crazy, you know what I mean? It's getting a little scary too, but like I said, man, you can't be scared of this. It's definitely something that's gonna happen whether you like it or not. And you just got to sit back and enjoy the ride and not think about it too much, you know, because you start kind of tweaking yourself out. And it's not healthy. You don't want to ever live this life being scared of something, especially if you can't stop it. If it's going to happen, it's part of your plan. You know what I mean? Your soul has a plan, and if that decides to happen, boom, bro, it's over. Nothing you or anybody else can do to stop it. Like, this is way above you and anybody else, you know. So just let the cards play out and we will see what happens. But yeah, this is wrapping up today's video, man. Valentine's Day, like I said, it's cool, obviously, if you have somebody to spend it with. If it's not, you're probably, you know, have a little bit of animosity towards the day. I used to, you know, it was not something I cared about at all. But enjoy it while it lasts, you know, because maybe in the next couple years, you're going to see some AI robots and people taking them out to dates and stuff. I mean, Elon even dropped, like, there's Tesla bots. There's robots you can try to push over, and they, like, regain their balance, and they'll actually help you out with chores. They got working arms, fingers. They look a little scary, though. They look robotic. But like I said, you can't be scared of these things. They're just in the beta stage. They're testing out all the shit and making sure that it is, you know, going to be at least somewhat compatible with humans in the original states. But, I mean, that's not really up. You don't get to make that choice. That's something that I think the robot eventually is going to learn to, like, hey, like, I got to work with this human until you piss it off enough and, you know, you start. Because I know if I had a robot, bro, I'd be shitting all over that thing, cracking crazy jokes about it. You know, I'd be pissing it off unintentionally, I think, but maybe intentionally, actually, I don't know. Regardless, you know, this thing it ain't have a brain, bro. It doesn't have, like, bodily functions like me or you. So when society as a whole, humanity as a whole, is making these things into superhumans, well, I don't think really any of us are looking about or caring about the consequences of it. We just think, oh, this is pretty dope, ain't it? This is dope. So yeah, and you can't stop it because the people above us are crazy as fuck and are gonna do whatever they decide to do with whatever they want to do, bro. It's nuts. I wish we had maybe, like, some leeway in it, but there's so many of us on Earth, they just said, fuck it. You guys can just enjoy yourselves while you're here. Let the big dogs handle the big dog business. And I'm okay with that. Like, I wasn't at first, obviously, but came to the realization, you know what, man, just do whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. Like, free will in this life is really what keeps all of us going. And you should just be blessed to be able to live a life where you have choices. And each choice has a consequence. Like, this is the craziest game to play ever. And that's the game of life. Like, you get to choose every action, and God chooses the outcome. But every action has a different outcome. So, it's nuts. Like, I know I'm playing this game a lot. This game of life. Just because you realize it's a game, and it's like, oh, dude, I get it. This really is a game. It's nuts. Came to that conclusion. But anyways, man, it got dropped off by a shitter, and I'm a shitter too, so it really don't matter. Cancels out, crosses out. It's been your boy, the LowkeyLegend, man. Played some survival MW3 Renaissance. Thanks for watching. Happy Valentine's Day. Enjoy your day today. Y'all stay safe, savage, low-key. And I'm out of here, man. Adios.